everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to try shuffling on camera for all of the cards. I haven't pre-pulled any cards today. Usually I do that just because my schedule is so busy, but I had some extra time this week and I thought I would try something new. So today's reading is just going to be a message from your guides that was meant to find you. So this message was meant to find you. Like all my readings, this is timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're clicking on this video, just all divine timing. This message was meant to find you. Okay, so we've got three groups to choose from today. We've got the tortoiseshell kitty cat for pile 1. For pile 2, we have this cute pinky cat. And for pile 3, we have the berry cat. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, meditate on the three groups. The timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always, and let's get into it. All right, for everyone who chose the tortoiseshell cat, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's go ahead and get started. For pile 1, what do your guides want you to know? Message meant to find you from your spiritual team. What messages are coming in for pile 1? What do they need to know? Let's see. Pile 1, I'm smiling a bit, so I feel like the energy starting off right away is very positive. So I don't know, I'm getting a good vibe because I'm definitely smiling for no real reason right now. So definitely a warm and fuzzy energy coming from your guides, which is always nice. Okay, let's see. Okay, no wonder I was getting warm and fuzzy. We got 2 of Wands. We got the 3 of Swords in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Let's get, maybe we can get one more card I'm feeling. Yep. Look at that. 9 of Cups in reverse, and then bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. I was definitely feeling the heat since we have 2 Wands cards here. You know, Wands represent fire, passion, creativity. So this is really, really interesting. So given that we have the 2 of Wands here, and then you have these 3 reversals, and with the Ace of Swords upright, I feel like for many of you, you've sort of gone through this process, or you will very soon, where you've had to disappoint some people, okay? So you're starting off on a new chapter of your life. You're starting out with a new venture, something that you're really passionate about, something that you really want to do, but it's also something that you haven't had any support. So this is either talking about your family, your close friends, your partner, someone that really matters to you, or a group of people that really matter to you have not supported you in this. And it's caused a lot of heartbreak, it's caused a lot of pain, and it's something that would make you so happy. Like if you were successful in this, because the 2 of Wands is you're contemplating a journey, but you haven't yet begun. So you're still in the planning stage, but you haven't actually taken action yet. You know, you're still planning the move, you're thinking about it, you're contemplating it. And what's been blocking you from moving into the 3 of Wands has been this 3 of Swords. It's been deeply painful for you that you haven't had this support. It's made you feel like the people close to you don't believe in you. And I mean, that's hard, right? Especially because with the 10 of Wands here, I feel like this is you carrying all of the opinions of other people. You know, even like well-meaning advice has really come across like invalidating, right? So if you've gone to someone that you really care about, say you went to your mom or your dad and you said, I really want to do this thing, and they're like, well, what if that doesn't work out? Or I don't think that's practical. You know, a lot of people fail at that. That doesn't seem realistic. And that advice may be like well-intentioned, but it just comes off as criticism, and it makes you feel like, well, you don't trust me, you don't believe in me. And, you know, and maybe this is also, you're the type of person where you don't like to make any major moves without getting advice from other people. You know, you like to have the feedback of your loved ones, and that matters to you. You know, you want them to be proud of you, you want them to believe in you, and you know, you're hesitant to make moves without their support. And so with the 10 of Wands being in reverse here, this is really positive because you're literally dropping all of this. I mean, you're just letting it go. You're no longer asking other people what they think. You no longer care what they think, to the point to where it debilitates you and you don't go after what you truly want. And even though it's still painful for you, it may still hurt your feelings, you're still planning on taking action. And that clarity, you know, this epiphany that you're having is going to lead you to, look, 6 of Wands, okay? It's going to lead you to success. You know, this is the card of victory. And so right now it's reversed, right? Because this clarity of thought has come in, this epiphany has come in. You still haven't moved into the 3 of Wands. So my suspicion is that when you move into the 3 of Wands, this 6 of Wands will become upright. You will have success, you will have victory. This 9 of Cups will move upright, where now you have wish fulfillment. This is the card of a wish coming true, okay? And what this is going to vary for a lot of you. For some of you, this is career. For others of you, maybe this is even a big step in your romantic relationship that you want to take. Like maybe you want to get married, or maybe you want to move in with your partner, but your family isn't supportive or your friends aren't supportive. It could also be that. It could also be as simple as you want to make a change and the people around you are like, no, I don't think you should become a vegetarian, or like, no, I don't think that you should try to run a marathon, or no, I don't think you should try to learn the piano. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, that you want to make a change on, you've had a lot of naysayers, okay? And that makes me sad for you, because I don't think that people mean it maliciously, but that doesn't mean that it's not damaging. And for some of you, it could be malicious. It could be that, you know, people are intimidated by you, or people are, you know, they didn't chase their dreams and their dreams failed. And so they're projecting that, you know, concept of failure onto you. That could also be a possibility. Wow, I can't stand it when I shuffle like that and I don't actually shuffle the cards. All right. Okay, let's find out some more messages for you guys. I'm so glad that you're coming out of this energy and you're learning to stand in your own power. I mean, it really is a stage of growth I think we all go through at some point in our lives, where we really have to learn to trust ourselves. We really do. Okay, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. This is a great card to come out, because remember how I said maybe for some of you, you know, their dreams didn't work out, or they were too scared to go after their dreams, so they're projecting that onto you. There could be some generational trauma, some generational healing that needs to happen, where you are the one to break the chain of having a limiting belief, of having a lack mentality, of believing that, you know, you can never improve, you can never get better than where you started from. You're showing that miracles do happen, magic does happen, people can go after their dreams and be successful. You don't have to be born into success. You can earn it, you can achieve it, you can follow your passion. You don't always have to sacrifice and be practical. You can go after your passion, because really you wouldn't have these soul urges, you wouldn't feel this 2 of Wands energy of wanting to go out on your own and go after something. You wouldn't have that desire if the universe didn't put it in you. And so the universe is guiding you towards this desire. The universe wants to see you happy and fulfilled. And so there's a reason why your soul has this urge to go. And for some of you, this is a literal move that you're wanting to make. Maybe you're wanting to move across the country. Maybe you want to travel abroad, and your family, your friends are telling you that you can't do that. You know, for whatever reason, they don't think you can handle it. They don't think you're mature enough. They don't think you're independent enough. You know, and maybe it's their own fear. Whatever the case may be, they're telling you, no, you can't do this thing. You can't handle it, when, you know, your guides are saying, yes, you can. And it says, longing for home and belonging, the original light workers. So I feel that for many of you, unfortunately, you do feel like a black sheep in your family. You do feel a bit different. And even if your family loves you and is supportive of you in other ways, I do feel like you have a different belief system, or your core values are different. And it does make you feel like, where do I belong? You're searching for that sense of belonging. And then bottom of the deck, we have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This is probably one of my favorite cards in this whole deck. This message here is so powerful because it's really calling you to step into that full energy of, if you take a leap of faith, the universe will reward you. If you can believe in blind optimism, if you can have trust and faith in the universe rewards the brave. Fate, luck rewards the brave. You have to basically take a gamble and say, okay, universe, I trust you. And if you're willing to sacrifice that trust, if you're willing to sacrifice, you know, what is comfortable, what is safe, what you've been taught, if you're willing to give that bit, the universe will reward you here times 9, right? With the 9 of Cups. So there's definitely success with 6 of Wands, wish fulfillment with 9 of Cups in your future if you act upon this epiphany with the Ace of Swords, okay? I guess we can put that there. All right, so let's see, what deck do I want to use now? Let's get a fairy message. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I have like all these decks around me and I'm like, what do I want to use now? Like, where do I want to take this reading? All right, pile 1. Let's get some fairy oracle messages for pile 1. What do they need to hear? Pile 1. Okay. And comment down below too if you prefer this style of reading. I know everyone has their own preferences. Okay. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things that we never realized were lost. This to me is a bit metaphorical. So it's not like you're going to retrieve something that you physically lost. It's more so, I don't think that you realized how much you were sacrificing your individuality, how much you were sacrificing your dreams and your own sense of intuition, and in favor of pleasing other people, in favor of having a life that looks good to other people. The goal here is to have a life that feels good to you, that feels authentic to you, that is reflective of who you are and what your values are, not your families, not your friends, not your partners, okay? And so you're really stepping back into your own power. It's a lot about self-empowerment and standing in your own individuality and saying, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm going after. And if I fail, I fail. But at least I'm living in my truth and what feels good to me, with what resonates with me. And then bottom of the deck, we have wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dream come true. So let's make sure that what we're setting our intentions towards, what we're making goals about, the moves that we're making are reflective of what we want and not what we feel like society says we should want, or like I said, family, friends, whatever. And I think also that message there of taking practical steps will put you in that Three of Wands energy and will move you towards this success. Okay. I feel like let's get some zodiac or house signs for pile 1, and then we'll end with just a self-care message, because I feel like everything is coming, like this is a pretty clear-cut reading. Like your guides are being very direct, which is nice. You know, like they want you to hear this message loud and clear. They're not being vague, you know, they want you to have this clarity. Okay, so pile 1, any last messages for pile 1? Any signs? Oh, 10th house. Okay, for a lot of you, this is about your career. You know, the 10th house is Capricorn, and it's also about self-discipline and structure. So it's really about our success in life, our status, but it's also about putting in the hard work. You know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so yeah, you might not have immediate success. It may take a while. And for some of you, you may have tried to go down this path before and failed, and everyone around you put you down so much that you were afraid to get back up and keep pushing through. But, you know, success isn't linear. You know, there's always going to be setbacks and challenges. And this is encouraging you to stay the course, you know, have that self-discipline, and go after what you want, what's going to bring you purpose. And don't be discouraged. You know, they're not promising an easy path, but they are promising a path that will lead you to success, that will grant your wish. You just have to be willing to take those practical steps, listen to your intuition, and put in the work. And then bottom of the deck, we have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow with trine. So like I said, you are supported by your angels. You are supported by your guides. You know, they want you to fulfill your purpose. They want you to feel happy and content and fulfilled and successful. Like they want all of this for you. And really too, that perfect flow to me is just roll with the punches. You know, if you do have setbacks, get back up and try again. You only fail when you stop trying. And it sounds corny, but it's true. Like, everyone wouldn't say that if it wasn't, like, you know, it is almost like a universal truth, right? Okay. So now we will end with a self-care message for pile 1. Self-care message for pile 1. Journal. Okay, I really like this for you guys, because I think it would really help for you to get this out on paper and write down a plan of action, write down what your goals are, really journal out what your ideal career path or what your ideal, you know, life would look like, you know? And for some of you too, you may be in that phase where you don't know exactly what you want to do in terms of your career or your life purpose, but you just know that right now, currently, you're not living in your truth. And actually, let's just get, for those of you who don't know what this is talking about, like you just know you're miserable at your current job and it's not for you and everyone's telling you to stick it out. Let's see what would be some ideal career paths for pile 1. If you're not confused and you know exactly what you want to do, you can go ahead and click off of this reading. But for those of you who are confused, let's get some clarity about that. Pile 1, what would be ideal career paths for pile 1? What is pile 1's sole purpose? Pile 1. Now, obviously, all of you watching, this is a general reading, so we're going to get more than one message because you don't all have the exact same sole purpose or ideal career path. So pile 1. Pile 1. Okay, this is taking a while, which tells me that for many of you, you already know. Your guys are like, they know. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Okay, for some of you, you have started in that planning stage. So yeah, a lot of you already know what you're supposed to do. They are wanting you to change whatever current situation you're in. Leave, it's kind of saying like leave your physical situation right now if you can. Like if you're at a dead-end job, you do need to leave that. But what you're mentally planning on doing, that's what you need to put your energy towards. Yeah, your family is really coming in strong, I think, with their opinions. And the thing is that you can have it all. You know, you can have, it's just sort of, a lot of these things take time. You know, your family may not be supportive now, but not that you have to prove them wrong, but just in the process of following your own path, eventually you will. Okay, so you may need to go to college or do some studying, do some research on your own and get some clarity about this, whatever it is that you're wanting to do. That's so interesting that we got family and children. Okay, so some of you are wanting to work with kids. You're wanting to do something like maybe you want to be a social worker or a teacher. Maybe for some of you, you really just want to be a mom or a dad and your family is telling you, no, you should have a career. And for some of you, you're like, no, I really want a family. That's my purpose. Time to decide, time to make a decision based on your heart's true desires. I'm just going to get one more card because I feel like your guides are like, no, they already know what it is. We shouldn't have to spell it out for them. They should know. Options. Okay, yeah. They just want you to follow your heart's desire. Bottom of the deck, we got school. So for some of you, yeah, you do need to go to school for this. Others of you, you just need to do some independent study. Sometimes I can't get very direct, clear messages. Like the rest of this was very clear, right? It was very, very obvious what they were talking about. But in terms of like what you're meant to actually do, I feel like your guides are saying they already know. Like they already know. They just need to act upon their heart's desires. They already know. So, hey, I have to be pretty straightforward with you guys. If that's the message, that's the message. But, yeah, so pile one, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this style of reading, or we just kind of go with the flow, shuffle cards, and see where it takes us. Yeah, so let's see, what did I say? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. And I will see you guys in my next one. Please take care, pile one. All right, all my pile twos who chose the Pinky Cat, welcome to your reading. All right, so pile two, what message do you need to hear right now? That was a weird shuffle. It's kind of hard on this fluffy blanket. Pile two, what messages do your spirit guides, your spiritual team want you to know right now? What message was meant to find pile two? Okay. Messages for pile two. Messages for pile two. I feel like you all are very focused on something because I'm feeling a bit more of a serious energy from you all than I did with pile one. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands. Now I will say this about reversals. To me, they're almost like pile one got reversals, okay? And sometimes I do like place them like this because they're just screaming as a reversal to me. Other times I don't. But I may read them as reversals. To me, don't necessarily always mean the opposite energy of the card. To me, you look at the full context of the cards in front of you and you read them in those terms. So this card may be upright, but in the context of the other cards, maybe it does read with a little bit of a reversal message. Other times a card may be in reverse, but it doesn't mean within the context of that reading that it's the exact opposite of the devil's like traditional meaning. I hope that makes sense. So sometimes I read them as reversals, other times I don't. But for me, a lot of times it's just, I may not turn it upside down, but to me that's kind of redundant, I guess, is my point, because I'm just going to read whatever feels right, whatever messages come through, regardless of which way I turn this. That's kind of just more so for your benefit, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Wands and the Star and the Devil. I hope I didn't just ramble just now. I'm sorry, pile 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this. Eight of Cups, Temperance, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck, we've got Five of Swords. Okay. You all have been through the ringer. You have been through a lot. I think that because we have the Star card here and the Eight of Cups, you all have been doing a lot of healing. You've been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been really taking time to assess what is working and what isn't working in your life. You went through something that was deeply, deeply hurtful, painful, traumatic. And this could be something that happened for some of you a couple months ago. For others of you, it was a couple years ago. But it just fundamentally changed how you view yourself and how you respond to situations and what you feel like you deserve. Okay? Because with the Devil card here, it's the card of addiction. It's the card of being willingly chained to something when you could leave, when you could walk away, but choosing to sacrifice your freedom for the sake of some sort of vice, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be necessarily a substance or a behavior. It could be certain people, certain codependent relationships, or limiting beliefs, you know. It could be many things. It's a general reading, so just take what applies. But regardless, you are moving on from this. You're healing with grace and faith and optimism and a willingness to be gentle and kind to yourself and express compassion to yourself and others. Everything here is very balanced, very loving, very gentle. And it's like a sigh of relief after a really, really hard time. You know, with the Five of Swords as the bottom of the deck energy here, there was so much fighting with other people. There were so many external forces, and you felt such a loss of control, such a loss of your basic safety and security. And so because you've been through this major transformation, you probably have felt like not much has been happening. You know, with the Star card, it takes a long time to water this garden. It takes a long time to fill up this lake, but you keep doing it. And you do it in a way that's balanced. You know, you're giving that kindness to others, and you're giving it to yourself, and you're putting out good energy. And, you know, manifestation can take a minute. But this is the card of wish fulfillment. So whatever you've been wishing for, whatever you've been praying for, it is coming, and it's coming in fast with the Eight of Wands. And I think when this comes in, that's going to give you the ability to walk away from these 8 cups that are really no longer serving you. And they may have been good enough for a time, but you're not put on this planet to experience good enough. You know, like we want abundance. And so then you'll be moving into this full energy, you know. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's taken some time to grow. It's taken some time, but you've been patient. And so because you've held on to your optimism, your belief in love, your belief in magic and miracles and happiness, and spirit itself is rewarding you. You know, you don't have this period of confusion is ending. And with King of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, I mean, the sun, we can stop right here. It doesn't get any better than the sun, right? Everything is going to be illuminated, and you're going to have that stability and that security that you lost with the Tower. You know, this tower has been cleared away. It was shaky. It was built on an unstable foundation, and now you can build a real home. I'm getting that so strongly. You all are going to have a home. You're going to have a family. You're going to have, you know, security and stability. Now, when I say a family, for some of you, that could just mean that you have a really nice home that you share with a pet, you know, and that's your family. You know, take what resonates with these readings. They are general, but whatever home situation you've been wishing for, you are getting that, because I'm seeing for a lot of you, this is a physical move. You are going to be physically walking away from something. For others of you, it could be old beliefs that you're separating from, but I think given that we have the Tower here and the Star, I mean, the Star is major wish fulfillment, and you have so much major arcana here that I don't think it's as simple as, oh, I'm leaving behind a negative beliefs like pattern or unhelpful thought pattern. I think it's deeper than that. I think that you are having major change. Okay, pile 2, let's get some more messages for you. I'm just all over the place. Pile 2, pile 2, pile 2, pile 2. Yeah, there's just so much, there's a lot of energy in this reading. Protection. I always feel like it's good to have a message of protection when you have the Tower card, especially the Devil too present in a reading. It's just comforting to know that no matter what challenging circumstances you have been put in the past, know that you are divinely protected. And whoever hurt you in the past, you know, whoever contributed to this Tower being unstable, know that you are divinely protected. And if it was really harmful relationships in the past that really caused you harm, just know that just because those people treated you so poorly doesn't mean all of your future relationships are doomed and you're going to keep encountering those same toxic patterns. You're leaving that behind. And I think also here with protection, it's just a message that, because even when change is positive and it's coming in quickly, for those of you who have been through a Tower moment, even if it's positive change, it can still almost re-traumatize you, because all of those old feelings come up and you can be a bit triggered and it can be overwhelming because there's still that fear. Mentally, you know that you're safe, but your body is sort of re-experiencing this trauma. So to know that you have divine protection, I think is really going to help you get through this. But like I said, it is positive change. We've got the Sun, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Star card. I mean, a major wish is coming true. We got align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? This is echoing the Eight of Cups. You know, you are going to have to leave something behind. Okay. Let's see, why don't we get a fairy message for you, because we did this with pile 1. Fix these cards because they're all flipped over. All right, I think I said pile 1, pile 2. Let's get some messages for pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. For some of you, you are actively in this Tower moment, but you're kind of at the tail end of it and you're wondering, like, when is this going to end? Okay, we've got purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart and within you will find the answer to your question. And we've got hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what is hidden, we become free. So some of you with this hidden depths card, you've really been repressing the overwhelming feelings you had during this Tower. I hate to say moment because I have been through the Tower and trust me, it does not feel like a moment. It feels like it's never going to end. And you feel like, okay, finally I've hit rock bottom. And then it can feel like, oh no, there was another layer of like bedrock under there, and actually I'm still falling. Like, even when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. I have been through this, believe me. And it feels like you've been through hell and back. And the worst part of it is, I will tell you, is that you will be going through it and everyone will be giving you advice and trying to help you, and none of it will be helpful. Like, I swear to you, like, you'll get so much like unsolicited advice about, well, if you would just do this. And trust me, like, I'm sure most of you are, or all of you really, are smart, capable people. The tower moment happens because it was meant to happen. There was nothing you could have done to really prevent it, okay? And other people will be very well-meaning, you know, in their advice, but until they've gone through it themselves, they can't really understand. And it can just feel very invalidating when you just want someone's emotional support and they keep giving you all this useless advice, like, well, geez, of course I've already thought of that. Let me tell you why that won't work, you know, or actually I've already tried that and it didn't work, so thanks for the useless advice. It's almost like an insult to your intelligence too, because people will come at you with like the most obvious things and you're like, yes, of course I tried that, you know, so just hang in there. If that's happening to you, I've been through it myself. I'm sorry, just hang in there. But anyway, with hidden depths, I think some of you have really repressed these feelings because you were in survival mode. And it's when you slow down and you get to a place of safety, I feel like something in your body is like, okay, now we can cry. Okay, now we can fall to pieces. It's safe to fall to pieces. And you'll find yourself crying and just feeling these overwhelming emotions from things that happened maybe a year ago that you couldn't feel to their full extent because you were just trying to survive. I mean, like I said, I have been through that, so my heart really goes out to you. Others of you, you have been through this, and some other truth is coming to light that is going to encourage you to take this Eight of Cups move and just leave it behind, leave what isn't serving you. With magical blessings, to me, that's the Star card. Like, you are being blessed with something magical. It feels like a wish come true. And then with purity, really trust your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition. Like I said, people will come to you with all of this useless advice when you just need a shoulder to cry on. And if that's happening to you, just the best you can set boundaries and say, listen, this isn't what I need. I know you're trying to be helpful, but it's not helpful. So please, you know, stop. Okay. I kind of want to get a Romance Angels card. I just feel like because we got the Ten of Pentacles, and for some of you, maybe this wish is, you know, you're wanting to meet your soulmate, and maybe you went through a really horrible breakup with the Tower moment. Maybe some of you went through a divorce, something like that, and that caused you to have to move homes, you know, and that created a lot of instability. I mean, this is a general reading, so like I said, lots of possibilities here, but I am feeling called to get a love message for my pile twos. So what is coming in love for my pile twos? Well, that was fast. Okay. Attraction, give your relationship a chance. Getting to know each other. This is interesting. Okay, I said 3 cards, but actually let's get, whoa, okay. All right, so we've got attraction, give your relationship a chance, getting to know each other, healing family issues, it is safe for you to love, and bottom of the deck we have stay optimistic about your love life. So for some of you, maybe you've had to distance yourself from certain family members. Maybe you have cut off certain family members or they're not speaking to you. Maybe there's generational trauma. Maybe there's just, unresolved conflict with your family. Maybe you have issues with your attachment style and that affects your romantic partnerships. Maybe, like I said, you went through a divorce and there's a custody battle, something like that. But you are going to be healing family issues, and this is going to help improve your love life. For some of you, you're meeting someone new, for sure. With the stay optimistic about your love life, getting to know each other, and attraction. For some of you, you're definitely meeting someone new. For others of you, I feel like this is past energy, honestly. I feel like you all tried to work on your partnership and it just didn't work. And with the Eight of Cups, you've had to leave it behind. You're realizing up until a point you work on it, but if you're the only one putting in the effort, it can't go anywhere. So it's saying, even though this was one-sided in the past, it is safe for you to love and open up your heart to someone new. Now, some of you, maybe you are healing, a past relationship or a current relationship, but if I'm being honest, I don't feel like that's true for the majority of you. But, take what resonates. All right, let's get maybe some zodiac messages for pile 2. Some astrology messages for my pile 2s. What does pile 2 need to hear? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Mars. The planet of love and sex and passion and anger. Yes, the Scorpio energy coming through. Aries, Mars. There's a lot. And it's funny because it says move forward and defend yourself. I do feel, like I said, a lot of you have been criticized for how you handled this tower moment. And it's been from people who have not been through that experience and have no idea what you're going through. And yet, there's this judgment from other people of how you handled it. And at the end of the day, pile 2, you do your best, and that's it. You do your best, full stop. What more can anyone ask of you? Spirit doesn't ask any more of you than you do your best. So if the universe, if Spirit is not asking for more than your best, please don't let any other human being try to make you give beyond what you are capable of giving. And sometimes your best is better on some days, and other days your best is not that great. We all go through cycles. We all have days where we feel really down and we can't work at our full capacity. We can't operate at our full potential, and that's okay. It's okay. I feel like with this Mars card, a lot of you are angry. You are so angry, and you've had to heal from that and move into this gentle temperance, this gentle star card energy in order to manifest what you need to manifest, in order to heal, in order to move on into this sun energy. And your guides are really applauding you for this. But they are also saying, listen, everything that you went through allowed you to step into your power. You don't have to get rid of all of your anger, especially if your anger is valid and justified. You just have to integrate it. It's not about overcoming it so much as sitting with your anger and understanding what it's trying to teach you. And what it's really teaching you is how to advocate for yourself. And say, this is what I deserve, and this is what I believe in, and this is who I am. And live in that truth unapologetically. Okay, pile 2? I hope that message makes sense. Okay. And then we have sextile at the bottom of the deck with a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Yeah, I do think that tension and flow is interesting, because that's really what it's been for you all. You've been having to go with the flow. You've been having to ride these difficult cycles and then sit in these cycles where it feels like nothing is happening and you're in hermit mode, and you're in that self-reflective state. And now things are picking back up again, and there's this Mars, 8 of Wands energy coming through, and it's like, oh my gosh. After a period of nothing happening, everything is happening again, but this time it's positive. So please be gentle with yourself and be patient with yourself, because things are getting better. All right, let's get a self-care message for pile 2 to end this reading. Self-care message for pile 2. Oh wow, this is a lot of cards, but honestly I feel like you all need all the self-care you can get. So we've got create art, hydrate, write a gratitude list, and aromatherapy. So create art, hydrate, aromatherapy, and write a gratitude list. Okay, pile 2, this was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it resonated. I hope most of all that it brought you some comfort. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you will always know when I upload. And let me know if you like this style of reading with shuffling on camera. I've actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I thought it would take a really long time, but it actually doesn't feel like it has been. But yeah, take care of pile 2. You will get through this, and very, very good things are on the horizon. So just keep your faith no matter what anyone says. All right, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, pile 2. All right, pile 3, if you chose the berry cat, welcome to your reading. Okay, let's find out what message was meant for you. What messages or message does pile 3 need to hear right now? Like I said in the intro, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading, this is the message you were meant to hear. All right, pile 3. All the groups have been great so far, so I am excited for you all. Pile, we want you. Pile 3, messages for my pile 3s. We've got Page of Cups. Oh, she's my favorite. As a Leo sun, I just love the Queen of Wands. She's goals. All right, we've got 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and we have the Hermit. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. There has been something that you all have been working on. With the 7 of Pentacles here and the 9 of Wands, you are tired. You are really, really tired. You've been putting in a lot of effort into something, and maybe you've been seeing slow progress, but you haven't been seeing fast results, okay? You've been putting in a lot of effort, but the rewards of that effort, the fruit of your labor, so to speak, has not matched the amount of work that you've been putting in. And this is something you've been doing on your own. This hasn't been something you've been doing with other people. And you're exhausted, okay? With the 9 of Wands, I mean, you are really, really defending what you've created. And you're being really worn down by it. Maybe other people in your life are not supportive, or maybe you're just burnt out and really tired, but regardless, you are exhausted. And I say you've been doing it on your own because we have the Hermit here. So, and for some of you too, this isn't a physical project, although because we have so much Pentacles energy here, it could be. So it's either a physical creative project with the Queen of Wands. She represents a lot of creativity. For others of you, because we have the Page of Cups, you've been doing a lot of emotional healing, which is work, okay? You've been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been trying to work on yourself and improve how you relate to other people, whether that's in friendship, or romantically, but you've been putting in a lot of work into something. And with the Six of Pentacles here too, there's this nice message here about balance with the scales and give and take. And then we have the Four of Swords here about rest, and the Hermit card with self-reflection. And so I think your guides are sort of gently reminding you or asking you to consider if you would just rest, if you would get out of this all work and no play energy, because the Queen of Wands is also very playful. So if you would get out of this energy here and really sort of see the value in being compassionate to yourself, because I think that you all are novices at expressing compassion towards yourself. And so your guides are asking you to consider if you would just take a break. In the long run, you could avoid burnout and be more productive than if you just kept on working. And so it's just asking you to take some time and really think about this, reflect on this, and ask yourself, why do you always feel the need to be so productive? Why do you feel so much guilt in being calm and taking a break and taking a rest? Why don't you see value in self-care? Why don't you see value in taking time out for yourself? If a friend came to you, if a loved one came to you and was working all the time like this and was neglecting themselves or taking care of everyone else without filling up their own cup, what would you say to them? So your guides are saying, like, wouldn't your life be better if maybe you were kind to yourself, like you're kind to others, like you're kind to your friends and your loved ones? And two, like, if you want to be this Queen of Wands, if you want to be someone who really stands in her own power and is creative, this is just energy, right? Like, you don't have to be a female, but if you want to be in that Queen of Wands energy of being creative and confident and kind of like sparkly, right? Like this mesmerizing force of energy, someone who's not afraid to take risks and, you know, really has this self-assurance about her and that Leo pride, and in a healthy way, right? And, you know, is still generous to others, because Leo is very generous, right? And, you know, you're popular and you're like effervescent, like that kind of energy. If you want to be in that energy, you can't spend every single minute of your day working. Like, you have to give back to yourself and you have to have balance. And it's just asking you to rest a little bit. You have a much simpler message than the other two groups, but that is what is coming through. And let's see, with the Four of Pentacles here, you've been really holding on tightly to your projects. You have been unwilling. It's like you're afraid if you sit down or if you lay down and take a break, if you rest for a little bit, it's like you're afraid everything will come crumbling down. Like, you're afraid if you set one of these down, it's gonna break. Like, you just don't trust that this could keep growing if you step away for a moment. Knight of Wands, yes, like it's really wanting you to take a minute. It's like you're go, 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 go. Like, you see this knight, he's not as evolved as the Queen of Wands. Like, she's resting, like, right? Like, she's confident on her throne and she still gets things done. She still gets more done than this knight does, who's running around everywhere, rushing into things and never sits down or never rests ever. She still gets more done. She is still at a higher status than he is, right? So you can work all you want to. It doesn't guarantee success, okay? Yeah. Six of Cups, give to others. You can't. Here's the thing too, with the Six of Cups, express compassion towards yourself, because if you do not, the risk for burnout is high. The risk for compassion fatigue is high. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you are burnt out, you certainly have nothing left to give to anyone else. Like, nothing. Like, think about how you are when you're so tired and exhausted. Are you a friendly, happy, open, giving, nurturing person to be around? Are you fun to be around? Do you give anything to anyone else? Probably not if you're completely drained of all your energy. So help yourself to help others, really. And then you have two messages here about balance. So Justice and the Two of Cups here. Balance, balance, balance. I mean, we have scales, we have Two of Cups here. It's really asking you to connect with your emotions. You know, you can take practical action with the wands all you want to. You can be grounded in all this Pentacles energy, but at the end of the day, you also have to take care of yourself emotionally. We can't neglect our feelings and push them down because we have to get through everything on our to-do list today. You know, it's just going to burn you out. All right, let's see what other messages are going to come through for pile 3. Okay, pile 3. Got your guidance is divinely guided. And we have you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay, and then bottom of the deck we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're on the brink of success. Like you're so close. And I think that is what is making it hard for you to rest, because you know, you can feel it. You can feel that you are connected with your soul's purpose. You can feel that you are connected with what you're truly meant to do. And it's like you're just afraid to stop. And for some of you, you're afraid that if you stop, somehow you'll be disappointing the universe. Like you'll be disappointing your guides, and your guides are saying, we are so proud of you. Don't think that. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to have balance. We would prefer that. Like your life would be so much more, what's the word I'm looking for? So much more well-rounded. That's not the word I was looking for, but it'll do. It'll suffice. Your life will be so much more well-rounded and fulfilling. You know, a life isn't a life if only one area of your life is fulfilling. So, you know, you can have the most successful career ever, but if you have no connection, if you have interpersonal relationships that are not fulfilling, if you don't have love, if you don't have friendship, if you don't have, like I said, connection, if you don't have connection to spirit, if you don't have connection to yourself emotionally, if you're completely shut off from your own feelings, if you don't have hobbies and interests and ways to express your creativity, you'll never get to that Queen of Wands energy. You know, you'll never have a life that feels anything beyond what the Knight of Wands can offer you. You know, like you won't feel fulfilled. You know, we don't want you leaving this world with all of these regrets and feeling like you missed the point of all of this, you know? Even if you're connected with your divine purpose, the point is the journey. It's not the destination. Okay. Let's see some fairy messages. And I have these cards like all flipped over everywhere. I feel like that was aggressively loud. I'm sorry, pile 3. That was 2. Okay. Fairy messages for pile 3. We have come to Gary. Fairies, I think, what did I just say? Come to Gary? Oh, I'm getting tired. Come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. Some of you, Nine of Wands, you've been doing it all on your own, and you just need to ask for help. Ask for help. I know it's hard. Trust me, I'm like, if I want something done right, I'll do it myself. You'll get burned out that way, okay? Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. For some of you, you're like, I want to take a break, I just don't know how I can do that. Be creative, time management, okay? Even if you start out slow and you just practice mindfulness, look up mindfulness techniques on the internet, you know, do a mindful meditation. There are all kind of apps and stuff. Even if you can take 5 minutes a couple times throughout your day, it'll make a world of difference, okay? Moderation. This card is talking about food. And some of you may be eating poorly. I know if I'm super busy and I'm really neglecting myself, I'll just eat whatever is available and not necessarily something that is healthy. For others of you though, it's just that card about, that message about balance. Everything in moderation. Working hard is great, but it can't be your whole life. Okay. I'm sorry. Y'all. Balance. They are hitting you over the head with this. They've like, we've said it once, we've said it twice, we've said it thrice. We'll say it again. Find balance. Oh man, they like want you to rest. Okay, I feel like that was all straightforward. I don't feel like we need any other messages. We'll just end with some self-care. It's so funny, like Pile 2 had such a deep, deep message, and then Pile 1 was kind of just like reassurance and like, you know, you got this, you got this. And your pile was like, okay, here's some tough love. Like, we recognize how hardworking you are, but we don't want you to work yourself into the grave. Like, it's so funny how different the piles can be. Okay. So self-care message for pile 3. Oh wow, okay. They want you to get a bit physical. I'm gonna flip that over because I'm not sure. I don't want my video to get flagged, but take care of your body in all aspects. Pile 3, that's funny. Okay, dance. Yeah, I think some of you may be in your head a lot, so it's just wanting you to connect with your physical body. Health checkup. Yeah, take care of yourself. So some of you have been engaging in some unhealthy behavior. So maybe you've been eating like a lot of fast food, or maybe you haven't been exercising. You know, don't let this scare you, but it's just wanting you to, you know, take care of yourself. Maybe your blood pressure is really high because you're super stressed. Been working too much and too hard. I just want to get one more message for you guys because, I mean, they did tell you to rest, rest, rest. So I feel like it's only fair to get a bunch of self-care cards. Make a vision board. Now, don't make a vision board of your career goals, okay? Make a vision board for how you want the other areas of your life to flourish, because you all have a lockdown on your career. You know exactly what you want and you've been working at it. Make a vision board for the rest of your life, other aspects of your life. Okay, we got sound healing, and then like I said, movement with the body. You know, like do some yoga, bottom of the deck there. Okay. Pile 3, this was your reading. I hope that it resonated. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this style of video, please let me know down in the comments. And let's see, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, that whole spiel. I will see you guys in my next one. Please take care, Pile 3.